Hello again everybody and welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'm going to show you how to have a weed-free garden at very low cost. But before we get into today's video, folks, if you wouldn't mind, if you're new here to the channel, please consider subscribing. For those of you that have subscribed and supported our farm, I really do appreciate it. And if you guys are looking to support our farm any further, please check out our website link in the description below. Alright folks, so today I'm going to walk you through all the materials you need to have a weed-free garden at such a low cost. You know, about 4 years ago when we started this farm, I really was at the point of throwing in the towel with weeds, and I did a lot of research and I couldn't do the wood chip thing. It's too expensive. Every year you have to go get wood chips, you have to have one of these tractors, or you're doing a lot of manual labor. And then I stumbled across something called Dewitt woven weed mat. I'm going to show you this material right now. So this is Dewitt woven weed mat, and I will leave all the links that I have to purchase this in the description below. We're not sponsored by Dewitt. This is something that I just stumbled across and I absolutely swear by. It takes me about 5 to 6 hours of the entire year to put this down in our garden and to remove it at the end of the year so that the soil can kind of regenerate and breathe. But some people don't even remove it. Some people leave it in there and then they use liquid fertilizer and it will seep through this stuff. Now let me show you this up close. As you can kind of see, I can't really know if you're picking it up in the camera, it's almost like a tarp. Now black, this particular color, does the best with weeds. We have white and black in the grow, and I'll show you that and why I chose that. But if you're in the northern climates, you can get away with all black and you'll never have any weeds. The white does let a little bit of light in. I do have to do a little bit of weeding, but because it gets so hot so quick here in the south, here in Virginia, I just don't run the risk with all black. I have done experiments. It does work if you get a cool spell in May, but one hot spell can really mean some destruction in your grow. But this is the stuff that I absolutely swear by. But there's a lot of materials that go into this. Now, this is an upfront cost. We've been using the same exact Dewitt woven weed mats for 4 seasons, and they're looking like they could go at least another 4, if not another 5 or 6. And it's crazy how well it holds up at such a low cost. You know, for 1 year's worth of mulch, you can have all the products I'm about to show you that'll last you 5 to 10 years. I mean, again, we have not thrown out one of these Dewitt woven weed mats yet, and we've been farming for 4 straight years. So let's talk about what you need. Well, first and foremost, you are going to need landscape staples. I'll leave these in the description below. You can find these at any big box store, any home improvement store or hardware store. These are really easy to come by, really inexpensive. You know, I know things go up in price, but a box of these runs about $12 to $15 and you get about 200 of them. The next thing you'll want is to be easier on your hands is a hammer to get those landscape staples in. Again, hardware store, big box retailer, home improvement store. If you have one laying around the house, it's not going to cost you anything. Now I want to talk about how you deal with the woven weed mat and how you cut it to your grow. You do not use a knife, you do not use scissors, because what will happen with the weed mat is it will unravel, and you really don't want that. So the first thing I'll tell you to invest in, especially if you have a gas grill, is you're going to need a propane tank, and this is called a weed burner. I believe I got this one from Harbor Freight. I can leave the link in the description if I find it. A weed burner essentially allows you to burn a perfect hole for your plant to go in and keep going on down the line, so that you have that one spot where you're going to put your plant, and then you put another one about however distance. If you're growing tomatoes, you know, every 2 feet. If you're growing peppers, every 18 inches. But that works out perfect. Now, if that's too expensive, you can actually get away with just a butane torch. Or propane torch. Now, you can pick these up at any home improvement store. You'll use these to cut the weed mat. You will have to use this in order to cut the weed mat to where you need it to be, because it will come in a giant roll. You'll roll it out in your garden, you'll cut it, you'll roll another one, you'll cut it, and I'll kind of show you that here later in the video of me setting up our grow area. But you definitely need one of these. This is not optional. The weed burner is optional if you just get one of these. But if you have a propane grill and you already have the tank, definitely an easy, cheap, and affordable way to start burning the holes. With this, you'll just have to cut every single hole. With that, you just plug it and it burns the hole for you. So Again, folks, check all this stuff out in the description of the video. Go ahead and leave a comment if you guys have any questions. But let's get into the grow. Let me show you how to have a weed-free garden at little cost to you. Do a quick tutorial on how to use this and how to cut this. Now you can see that this is one that's already cut. You can see all the melt lines. We're going to go ahead and fire this up. And so all you're going to do when you need to cut this is go along the edge and cut it. You can see how it melts up. So I can cut a square out for you just to kind of show you. And so there you go. There's a square missing right from there. It's really not that hard. Again, if you have a propane tank and you're getting ready to plant, once you cut your roll, you come through here and you can see kind of already how I did this. I'll show you here. Is you fire this up and you just plug right here and pull away. That's how easy it is to make a hole for your vegetable plant. You just keep on going. Super easy, and you don't have to do all the back-breaking work with the torch. But if you don't have a propane tank and you don't want to do the upfront cost, you can do it with the torch. All right, so let's get into the grow. Let me show you how to set this up. Well, folks, that is how you have a weed-free garden at a low cost to you. You know, one of the biggest drawbacks to having a garden is weeding. All summer long in the heat, you just don't want to do it. Let's be honest. Nobody really likes weeding their garden. So if you can avoid it, think about how much more fun gardening is. I know that it has relieved so much stress from our gardening. Makes it just that much more enjoyable. But if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave a comment on the video. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up before you exit. And if you guys want to get in touch with me, Facebook, Instagram, and my email are all in the description, along with our farm links and some of our sponsor links that are down there that weren't in today's video. But folks, that is it for today. I hope you all stay happy, healthy, and I will see you in another video.